Well, greetings, folks. It's Tango Joe. Welcome to the show. Today, we're going to be doing a pork belly braid. That's right. On today's show, pork belly braid. Coming right up. So the other day, we were at Costco, and we were going through the meat section and saw they had sliced pork belly. I'm thinking, yep, sliced pork belly, we need to get some. Look at these beauties right there. That's some nice meat. Picked it up, brought it home, figured, oh my gosh, I'm not sure how to cook this. So went on the internet, checked YouTube, found the Scott Rea project where he did a pork belly plate. He actually took a whole pork belly and sliced it himself, braided it, cooked it, looked fantastic. The slices, we've tried it once or twice before, checking it out, the Costco stuff. I'm going to do a little bit of trimming. We're going to braid it with a couple of spices, get it on the Weber, and get it cooked. Now for the seasonings, we're going to do two different braids. So we have two different seasonings, and they happen to be two unreleased seasonings from Tango Spice Company. That's the beauty about doing all this testing, you get to eat. So you'll see our soon-to-be-released porchetta rub and the Synap Snapper. Now Keith Bettag knows about Synap Snapper. Brain seasoning. So savory, spicy. Let's see how this stuff turns out. Let's get this stuff braided up and get it on the kettle. Now here we have 6 pieces of the Costco sliced pork belly. And I'll tell you what, look at how thick that is. That's pretty darn thick. And what I've done a little bit, after doing a couple of them before, a few of the pieces on the end where there's a lot of fat, I'm just trimming some of that off to make it easier to braid, trying to make the ends a little bit more even. And now watching Scott Rea do it, he said you just pound it out. And he's just using his hand, which I found to be pretty easy. And I'm going to use a little bit of stir-fry oil and then season them up. We don't need no meat. If I was using a pork belly I sliced myself, I would have sliced them in more even pieces. But hey, it's pork belly. It ain't rocket science. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, got my hands washed up. We're going to get some stir-fry oil on these. This is 3 and 3. We're going to make a 3-piece braid. I'm just going to use just a little bit of this. I like the garlic flavor it adds and help the rub stick. I'm not going to use very much at all, just barely putting any on. I was talking to Sal at RootBoyCooks. I think he might be trying this as well. You know he's going to be using that Sang stir-fry oil. Can't find it in my neck of the woods. Now, when we were watching the Scott Rea project, he braided it and seasoned it. I'm going to season it and then braid it so the seasoning's on inside, outside, every which way. Savory rub on this set. Ooh, smell that. And again, not a whole pile of it. You just want to get a touch. This is pepper, salt, garlic, onion, a little bit of fennel. So I need to, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put the ends together like this, like that. And I have some string here. So again, Scott had his, he sliced from a whole one, so this end was basically still together. Nice and tight. There we go. And now we braid. And I've only braided pork belly, and I've only done it 2 times before. Okay, so how does this work? There you have it. 2 pork belly braids. Time to get these things on the kettle. I'll probably season them one more time on the outside since I manhandle them up a little bit. We're going to set the kettle up for some indirect cooking. And we'll be right back. Okay, here we are by the brand new garden in what we call the Garden of Maters and Smoke. We have the kettle set up for indirect. Got some coals going. Oh, look, a little piece of apple wood. So we're going to set it up like this, put the pork bellies running this way, and get cooking. And it's good to be outside. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon here on Long Island. Okay, we got the charcoal rolling along. Time to get these pork belly braids on the kettle. There it is. We're going to let this stuff cook away. I'm going to try to get this to be about 350 degrees-ish. I don't care about fluctuations. It's a pork belly. And I have not decided if I'm going to sauce this stuff or not. I might put a light coating of sauce on it, but we'll see. Again, we're testing new rubs here, so we'll be back in a bit. All right, we're out here in the backyard. We got the braids on the kettle with Kingsford Blue, a little bit of apple wood. And like I said before, I thought about maybe putting some sauce on them. I think I'll put a little bit of sauce on one. We're experimenting with the braid of the pork belly. We're experimenting with new rubs, but I want to sauce one of them. And what we're going to use for today's sauce is Cheerwine by Rub Me Tender Barbecue. I'm liking, this is going to be like a really light saucing, just because, see how thin that is? This will make great pulled pork, but I think just a touch on what I want to do, this will be great. So, Rub Me Tender barbecue sauce, get you some today. We will be back. Oh wait, it's a summer day, and we are on one of the best trails for motorcycles. Life on Long Island. You should get the carb checked. Okay, these pork belly braids have been on the kettle for about an hour at 345 to 360 degrees, just because we're messing with it. And right now, it's an internal temperature of 160 degrees, so what we're going to do is, on one of them, we'll spread some Rub Me Tender Cheerwine, get ready to pull them off, and then wrap them, let them rest just a little bit, and see how these things turn out. Pork belly braids here on the Tango Joe Show. Thanks for joining us. We are done. The pork braids are finished. Pork belly braids. Thank you to Scott Rea, the Scott Rea Project, giving us a clue on how to use the sliced pork that we found at Costco. Hey, Costco haul. So let's take a look at these things. They smell amazing. The aroma. Let's check it out. Time to slice into it, bite into it, and check out the flavor. Oh, look at that. There's some pork goodness going on there, all braided, and it's holding together real nice. Ho-ho! Digging it, man. Well, that's it. We're here at the end of our little cook, our little experiment with the pork belly sliced braid. Fun to do, easy to do, smells awesome. The cook was easy. We just you hung outside, chopped some firewood, and get part of the yard work done, and cook up something really nice, like a little snack. I mean, look at that. It's the braid. Remember, I cut it. You saw the pictures. But it's almost like pull apart too. Oh my God. That's insane. Wow. The flavor is amazing. You gotta try it. But, since it is pork belly, don't try it too often. This ain't no salad. We made 2 of these today. We're gonna eat a little bit of it for a snack before dinner. And I'll probably chop up some of it for use in, pork and beans would be pretty good. But look at that. You just pull pieces of it apart because it was braided. Seasoning inside, seasoning outside. We dig experimenting with food here at the Tango Joe show. Something different, something darn tasty. Oh, that's good. So, thanks for joining us today. It's been a blast. I do believe that Sal, the RootBoyCooks, will be doing one of these as well. You've seen it going around Facebook. Give yourself a try for the pork belly braid. Oh, by the way, Rub Me Tender worked really well on one of these, so get you some today. I'm going to sign off. Thank you very much for joining us. Tango Joe, the Tango Joe Show. We'll see you next time.